last thing.
Now,
Those
as a
got to
17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
Freedom Fighter
I was
Fleet,
afraid of the house.
Little Gaming's YouTube channel, Specialist 122's YouTube channel, and enjoy.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Are you watching?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Are you watching my podcast?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Thanks.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I kept eating and eating.
Oh, that's really good. Kawooty, Kawooty, Kawooty.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Just join it to the party, idiot. John Compton 1, 2, 3. John Compton 1, 2, 3. Just join it through my name.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
I know where you live at too. Well, where am I supposed to go?
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I need drink.
What's up, John?
Chip John.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind.
Special?
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Yeah.
Rabbits.
It's free for PlayStation Plus. Oh, dang, my back. Come out. Hey.
I
That's precious.
imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't
I
chew
just
one.
ate a rabbit.
Then I flew off to find something.
Yes, it is. Check it. Yep, and overcooked.
A mama
That's
rabbit.
all. Overcooked is the last. Come here, rabbit. Hey, Precious. Look,
She was almost too big
watch
to
this.
carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Look. Guess what this is? Precious. They saw it.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier
Look.
than ever.
Precious.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Nom nom.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh well, where's the blood? Hello. Come here, Cheryl.
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Oh
When I
shit.
opened my eyes, everything had
Precious.
changed.
Are you seeing this?
Now I was
Yes,
a monster,
and that
and I
one.
smelled people everywhere. was big, but I moved real quiet.
Precious. Can you see what I am? Nom, nom, nom. And no, octopus.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly was rusty. His belly was rusty. His belly was rusty.
Yep.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I need poker tank. I need poker tank.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time. But I couldn't
Just
hear
keep watching it for a while.
I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
Poker.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch becomes the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
I need woody drink.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home,
Okay.
Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger,
Lemon
I remember
house,
trying to do
lemon
the
house.
exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Are you still watching? Yeah. What?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
The
Of all the
dreadful
stories people wrote
stars.
about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
This is my
Old
favorite
Jack
part
with
of this
another
game.
ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing orchid...
I'll be back.
John, wait a minute before you take that out. You know the ape, the purple monkey? I caught several of them today. Yeah, it's called ape.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
Silent tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
No, take out
Because
the
my dad
trash.
likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later,
That's
Rick
good.
hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Better. Are you still
She
watching?
reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
That's
Finch
good.
rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
That's good. That's really good.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And funny he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Bravo, Barbara!
You were wonderful! The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was... She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
That's good. That's really good.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Cannot.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Happy Woody.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
You always liking Lemon House.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Mavudias. Like you do, Fante. Doug mocking me. Yeah, Lemon House. I say Lemon House, you idiot. No, you don't. Nathan.
Whatever's out there.
No, he doesn't.
I want you to know, I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Yeah, not that bad to play.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I still
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
If it's not nice.
But I thought you should know about your family.
I just roasted
And the history you're a part of.
You are awful too.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably
Yes,
do
you
right
are.
now.
You are a woody awful.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
About Tom. Lemonade. Oh.
And when you look at the house,
Get bored.
that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
From now on, sir, I will call you Pip Parker. From now on.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
John quiet.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting a house?
They will pick you up at 7 o'clock. John, try it.
It's embarrassing
please.
for me to admit this, but
Dude.
the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Keep on mucking me, bro. I know where you live at. Yeah, Lemon House. No, you live
I'm
at
sure
Price
Odin's
House.
monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
It's a woody house.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Yep, that is a Price House.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Gosh.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Lemon Price.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
What? What the hell? Me?
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
Fuck off with that
for me to come back
nonsense,
someday
Seth.
and find everything out for myself.
Woody House. What? What? What did you say about me? You know what I said to you.
But looking back on
Woody
it now,
House.
if she told me there was
No,
going to be so much climbing,
Actually, I
I
said
never
that.
would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, I thought. No, jump force.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in
Let's
common.
go to better it out on
They were both pretty intense.
on the jump force.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Your face. No,
Of all
it's a
these
Woody
stories,
face.
that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Shut the heck up. Shut the hell up.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie
That's
got really
the what
close.
that did.
They'd both lost a lot.
He's doing up your butt and round the corner.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. This is the end of my live stream. Like, comment, subscribe. And hit that notification button and enjoy.